Well, howdy folks. Yes, welcome to my back garden. Now Aaron actually asked me, I know I'm going off to a competition, a big competition. It's the Anglian International Final on Rutland at the end of this week. Last week in Fishing Britain we saw Charlie with really minimal tackle trying to catch salmon, and I emphasised the trying. So Aaron asked me, well, what kit am I going to take? Well, I've set it all out in the garden. Now here it is. So folks, here it is, the whole kit I'm taking. Let me talk you through it. Well, obviously to start with, we've got a rod tube. That's to protect our rods. What rods am I going to be using? Well, I've got a 10-foot 7-weight New Era. That's going to be enable me to fish dries, nymphs and mid-water. If it turns out to be a pulling match where we're pulling blobs and pulling lures and all that, then I bring out the big guns, 10-foot 8-weight. Then, the most important thing, a boat seat, right? There's nothing worse than fishing in a competition and your knees are starting to hurt. You want to be as comfortable as possible. But I'm going to be spending 5 days sat on this, so your bum becomes rectangle. Get an added seat, pad on there, and it just gives your bum a little bit more comfort. Great set of waterproofs. These are all the way from Japan. Really, really lightweight, but 100% waterproof, and that's really, really important. Boat net with an extra long handle. Now the best drogue on the market, I've got to tell you, is the Witchwood Paradrogue. It is absolutely superb. However, get yourself a decent pair of G-clamps. They will never ever let you down. The other thing, it's a competition, so I need a bass bag to get my fish. And lastly, the box of tricks. Oh my God. Have a look in here. Top tray, kindly built for me by Hywel Morgan. It's got a couple of boxes in the top. I've got doubles, I've got singles, lures, I've got the boobies. Inside then, I've got more boobies, I've got blobs, I've got dries, I've got nymphs, and then inside here, I've got every fly line under the sun. I counted it the other day, 48 lines. Now why the heck do I need that many? Well, let's start from the top. Obviously you need a floater. I like to use one floater for dries. I like to use a different floater for nymphs. Then midge tips. Oh, right, we've got so many different midge tips on the market now, it's unbelievable. The standard Rio midge tip, which was the original one, fantastic. Then we've got non-stretch midge tips. We've got a 3-foot fast sinking tip. We've got a 6-foot slow, we've got a 6-foot fast, we've got an 8-foot, a 10-foot, a 15-foot, which is the Cortland Ghost tip. So as you can see, you're starting to build up. You've got intermediates. Now, intermediates just go from half an inch per second to 2 inches per second. So again, you could have 3-4 different types. You need stretch, you need non-stretch. Then you've got down to the sinkers, the die 3s. You need stretch, you need non-stretch. You need the sweep lines, which actually go down belly first. You need the straight line sink ones. Then you've got the die 5, then you've got the die 7, then you've got the die 8. You've got the comp specials in the die 7, die 5 and die 3. You've got the 40 plus ones. So soon you can see with all those different lines, and they all fish slightly different. And the thing with the competition, if you're a pleasure angler, it doesn't matter if you wait 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds for your flies to get down to a level. But just imagine if you're in a competition and you've got, every time you cast, you've got to wait 30 seconds. Well, that's every time you cast in a day, add 30 seconds to it that you're basically non-fishing time. It builds up throughout the day and you're wasting a lot of your time. I'm different to a lot of anglers. I don't wear a fishing waistcoat when I go out in a boat. The reason is that all angling waters you have to wear a life preserver, which is right, to protect your life. But then with the life preserver going over here, it masks all your pockets and your waistcoat, so you're trying to go behind that. With this, you've got the life preserver on, and then you can put this over the top and you've got all your tools there ready to hand, so it's far easier. A couple of other things that I always carry. We've got density mud, we've got floatant, and then we've got the fluorocarbon. Never ever use anything else. Even on my dries, I use fluorocarbon. This is where a lot of people say, oh no. Never use fluorocarbon on dries. Trust me, if you never have, try it. The other thing is polarized sunglasses 3. Why? Well, I've got a highlight. If it's really, really sunny, that sun's bouncing off the water, it's hitting your face, it's glaring in your eyes, you need a really, really dark pair. 90% of the time in the UK, we can get away with amber, but then if you're out early morning or later in the evening, the light's gone, amber, you're straining your eyes to see your flies, then a low light pair. So it's a low light, amber and a high light pair, always. So there you go, that's all my kit. I've got to pack all this away, try and get it in the boot of the car, and then it's off to sunny Rutland.